Taurus, are you ready, my darlings? We are diving in. This is going to be a psychodynamic reading where we dig into the psyche. This isn't about what the end of the story is going to be about. This is about the journey, the spiritual journey, the unconscious to the conscious, yeah? This is a wake-up call. We need to wake up using our tarot, not just sit there going, am I going to be rich? Am I going to get the relationship of my dreams? What's happening next week? What is this? Let's talk about the energy in the now moment. Let's talk about your mind and your mood and your emotions and where they're stemming from and how they explain what's going on with you today. First of all, first energy out is a really strong, powerful energy. You're moving away from a really, really heavy time in your life. You are about to start revealing the new you, who you've become. It's sexy, okay? Because let me tell you what I'm seeing here. I've got a load of animal spirit out, okay? So we're looking at a really, really kind of avatar state, yeah? If you know about totem animals, we're looking at you coming into your power. You becoming your full integritous state. You finding your avatar state. This is really unique for all of you. So I'm trying to find the individual words for this. But the behind you, right, what you've just came from is a real traumatic, awful, dark, negative situation that involved a massive network. I'm looking at least 8 people, 8 family members, 8 friends, 8 areas of your life, basically every element of life. This is literally me screaming, oh my gosh, hi Ang, I didn't know I had Ang over here watching me. Where's Toph? Where's everyone else? Where's Sokka? What's going on? Because if you know about Avatar The Last Airbender, go and watch a clip of Avatar Last Airbender, just a trailer or something, so you can say who I'm calling you who you are, because this is what's going on. You have been through hell. I see that a lot of people judging you, a lot of people looking at you, a lot of people laughing behind your back, or at least in your mind. There's nothing fucking worse than having that overwhelming angst and anxiety where whether or not someone has said anything to your face or not, like it could be online trolling or something like that, right? But whether or not you think people are speaking about you or they're not, if you think they are, then the paranoia and the overwhelm of that is going to fucking eat away at your psyche. And that's the shittest thing, yeah? It's so hard sometimes when you've got nerves and you think you're going to be judged all the time. And that just perpetuates in you having a negative inner critic, yeah? That negative voice in your head, that inner critic that's just going at you. You're not good enough. You can't do this. You can't do that. You're shit at this. You're never going to make it. Rich you think you're going to be? Poor, I tell you. Like, Disney shows are real, you know? Like, that devil voice, that evil witch, those evil characters, they exist in the darkest parts of your psyche, and no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to go there. Even me doing those voices over here, I get paranoid as well. I'm like, oh my gosh, now Taurus is going to think I'm an evil witch. Do you know what I mean? Because it's scary. You just get overwhelmed. You get panicked. But the truth of the matter is you've had to look at that inner critic, those inner voices, and you've had to look at where they stem from. So, okay, we're having a little bit of a lesson today. We normally do with Taurus, right? But my inner critic, yeah, this is the most difficult thing for me to reveal as well, but it's so true. My inner critics, they're voices of family members and friends that have said stuff to me repeatedly over and over again in the past, since childhood, that have just sat with me so long that that's all I hear when it comes to me choosing to do certain stuff in my life or my career. So when I go out to do something brand new, I hear that same voice from that family member or friend who told me since the start of time I could never do that. And I know they're not saying it, and I understand the psyche. I know it's not them. I'm aware that it's my inner critic throwing that narrative back in my face again, because I've heard it so many times. It's kept me stuck so many times before. It's one of the scariest thoughts or feelings I could ever have from the darkest part of my psyche. So why wouldn't it crop up when I'm scared about this new experience? You know? No one's done anything. These family members don't even know I'm struggling like this internally, but they would have no idea that their negative thoughts and feelings or their negative phrases that they threw out over and over again over the last 2 decades have stuck with me psychologically, and they keep me prisoner. They keep me bound. I can't do this new thing. I can't move into this arena. I can't be who I believe I am, because for the last 20 years, I've been told by this person I'm this. I've been told by this person I'm that. I don't have enough self-belief. I'm not good enough. I'll never be good enough. I'm never going to make it. Yeah? That painful energy there, that painful truth there, that takes years and years of awareness of that element of the psyche to just shred it, rip it away. Yeah, but this is what we do over here when we talk about the psychodynamics of readings and the mind and of therapy. This is what this channel is about here, because we force that shit to the conscious, because now you've made a shift in your mind going, well, that voice is a load of bollocks, that voice isn't mine, that narrative stemmed from an old version of me, that voice is actually that person over there who told me that from the age of 6 years old until I was 16. They always said that to me in class, they always said that to me when we went here, or we done this, or we done that. And now I actually believe it, because self-fulfilling prophecy is a real thing. When someone tells you something enough times, you start to believe it. Especially if you're weak and you're lacking self-esteem and self-belief and you're prone to self-doubt, of course you're going to believe what someone else is telling you over and over again. Especially if you look up to them. Especially if you put them on a pedestal, especially if you deem them to be more important and more significant than you. And most of us in this world, we always look to other people for validation and reassurance. We always look up to other people, hoping that they're going to show us the way. They're the holy grail. They're going to help us into the light. When we are the true beacons ourselves, provided we are in line with that one true thread and source that is the divine God, Allah, Ra, Jesus, Mother Gaia. So I can see you're ascending spiritually. I can see that you're just holding off before you come out of hibernation, because we've got the bear spirit coming out, main energy here. And the bear's earth sign for me, that's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So you're right on cue in your vibration, yeah? You're in avatar state, but it's not big, bossy avatar state like we'll see at the end of the Avatar scene when Aang goes into Avatar state when he's taking on the Fire Lord, because you've already been through that. You've already defeated the Fire Lord. You've already mastered all elements now. You're just chilling. You already went through the battle with the Fire Lord. The 3 series are over. The story's over. You've just been resting in hibernation before you come out as a brand new version of self, which is really, really sexy. Bottom of the deck as well. It's Phoenix rising from the ashes. Right on cue. Just saw that now. Then we've got the buffalo spirit coming out with a stingray. Now the stingray energy it's like it flashes you. You don't see all of the stingray, yeah? You don't see all of a stingray. You don't even know a stingray is approaching you half the time when you're in the water and stuff, because obviously it's grey, it's flat, you can't really see it. Stingray is one of my favourite animals of all time. I love the way they move. I love everything about them, right? So, you know, loads of people swim with stingrays as well. But they can really fuck you up if they sting you, right? And that's the thing with you. You've got a lot to offer this world. Your chakras are all aligned. You've been working on them for at least the last 7 months, intently really pushing through, empowering yourself forward. You're really, really aligned. You're ready for this next step in your career, in your relationship, love life, romance, family dynamics as well, I see. So if you're married, right, wife and kids, husband, 2 husbands, whatever it is for you, right? I see you're really, really ready to improve that relationship, really nestle in and just start establishing a stronger foundation in that home dynamic that you already have. This is career, this is business, this is family and friends. You're ready to come out as the new version of self-Ras. You know, when someone just goes on a spiritual journey, you come back from another country, you've been traveling for 1.5 years, or even like me, I don't get to travel, so I have these spiritual Thailand moments in my bedroom, and then I come out brand new, yeah? It's kind of that energy wherever you are. Once you come out of hibernation, you're let me take a minute to reintroduce myself. My name is, you know, it's that moment, right? And you're going to be coming out as the brand new version of you. And you are aware that it is going to shock a lot of people. You may have changed your appearance, lost loads of weight, change your body shape, change your fashion sense. Something's different about you. And it's going to be evident. It could be in your demeanor, the way that you speak, the way that you carry yourself. I get like shrugging your shoulders, like shit's just It's like water off a duck's back now. Like shit's just falling off your shoulders because you ain't got to carry the burdens you were carrying from the past. Because whatever you went through in the past, it was psychological, it was traumatic, it was mental. Yeah? An incredible mental toll. That's what the spiritual journey is as well. Spirituality and mental health, psychological well-being, they're all part and parcel with the same thing. Yeah, because if you're speaking to God, you believe in the divine, you believe in a higher source, you pray to the infinite, then we're going to have to account for all of the mental health and psychological nuances that surround that conversation. Because I mean, we speak about jinn, and then we say people can't be possessed. Do you get what I mean? We say mental health is this, and then we have clairvoyance, and we say schizophrenia and bipolar is this, and you can't have hallucinations. Then we got clairvoyance and mediums. Like, come on, it's a nightmare. The institution is a nightmare. Yeah, and what's going on with you, whatever this is for you, right? Your social circle, your understanding of society has been incredibly challenged in line with your unique belief systems. So you ain't trying to flash it about, oh, someone could have a new piercing, I get. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you may have a piercing in a place that is a little private, right? But either way, it's like you've got this sexy stuff going on that you didn't have going on before. Or, okay, you always had it. Ang always had it, but you didn't master it. You've mastered your sex appeal to new higher levels, and you're ascending. The buffalo spirit is the last card coming out here as well. And what's sexy about the buffalo spirit is the story of the white buffalo. If you can go and Google that, that will be amazing for you to understand how the buffalo changes colour. It's a very indigenous spiritual story about the colours and the alignment of chakras to the buffalo spirit, and how a buffalo ascends over time and just shows up in an infinite moment of space-time to deliver a message and provides sustenance to the land. Don't want to get too cheesy, but it is that. You come in to provide sustenance to the land, to repair the ecosystem, the structure of the world I can't get it out, you know what I mean? The world in which we all live in, yeah? And through that, you just ascend, right? Wow. Really empowering. We're going to go in with the tarot because we haven't hit the tarot yet. That was literally just the spirit animal oracle deck, yeah? It's just empowering to see such trauma from the past, how you've transmuted that into the new. Oh, as I say this, okay, I see you looking forward at the new person you're becoming, but I see you're working with another person. Some of you, this is a strong ally in your life. Some of you, that's Allah. That's God. Your relationship with God. Once again, I'm looking at a little bit of paradoxical symptoms, but I don't want to get lost here because Taurus, your readings are always too long, and we've really got to work on cutting this content down. So I'm going to skip past a lot of this stuff, right? Love and light, but I'm skipping past some of this stuff because I just want to start paradoxical looping. If you don't know what a paradoxical loop is, or paradoxical symptoms, causal loops, go and Google it. It's probably not written in the format in which I explain it, so I apologise once again. It's about the multi-dimensional facets of self, yeah? The consciousness, dimensions of consciousness from a really new... fuck it, I can't do it. I haven't got the time. We've got to keep going. We've got to keep going, guys. We're on a clock, okay? Time is real, but it is a mere illusion. Tarot. There is someone here who has been screaming at the darkness. As you've turned your back on the darkness and you've gone into hibernation to repair and heal, I'm looking at what appears to be a lighter, softer, intuitive vibration, someone a lot smaller than you, yeah? Because I'm looking at you as a powerful, potentially masculine, yeah? Either way, if you're feminine, you're a fucking hardcore feminine, right? You may be a woman, but boy, will you take on any blood clot man in any fucking sector, right? So take that energy, strong masculine energy I'm connecting with for the Taurus. But then there's a lighter, loving, empathic, sweet vibration. Mad to look at this, listen, right? Because the feminine vibration is staring at this darkness, screaming at it, attacking it. Like, it makes me really, really emotional, you know, because you're the bear and your back is turned. You're like, fuck this shit, I'm going within to repair. But then there's a tiny nightingale bird, right? You know how tiny a nightingale is? The nightingale is come out to back the bear. Imagine you've got beef. I want to get real rolled like I'm back in school days. You're about to get into a massive fight, yeah, with a pack of hyenas. And the bear has gone, I can't deal with this right now, I'm turning my back. And the nightingale has come out going, chee, chee, chee. You're not even looking at the fight. You refuse to get involved. But this nightingale is going ham on the hyena, on the tarantula spirit, like on the most dark negative energies. This nightingale is going in. But the nightingale's got leverage because the nightingale is higher to the sky. The nightingale is truly aligned to the buffalo spirit. The nightingale knows how to transform. If you've seen like the likes of Moana, and you know Maui in Moana is one of the gods that can use the special sword and change into different life forces, right? Different archetypes. Different species. I thought there's so much words, but a different entity. This is the same as the nightingale. The nightingale can shapeshift, transform, transcend. Yeah. Quite opaque, translucent. The nightingale's light and free, so she can scream at the dark entities in the atmosphere. The bear's so big and burly and weighty that he hasn't got that privilege, so he just got to turn his back and go within. But the nightingale's been going ham, and all of this together, such polarity in regards to this could be you might have a tiny little wife, and you're a masculine example, yeah? This masculine is humongous, large, big, bare muscles, massively overweight, right? Just an example, massively overweight. And this person here is 4 foot. Yeah? Looks like a 12-year-old, but they're your wife. Do you get what I mean? It's that kind of energy here. Just know that there has been this support here, and it's I want to say something like good things come in small packages. I want to say something cheesy like that, because it's like you wouldn't expect to receive whatever you've received in this way. Or maybe you don't even know that this has gone on, right? Maybe you're just coming out of hibernation and you're going to find something out about what's really been going on. And it's going to be a real surprise to your system, because I mean, it could even be like an example, you've gone away for a while and you're coming back and you're going to realize that your kid's done something that you would never believe that they could do, and it's just shocking to find out that, oh my gosh, my child's managed to do all of this. No way, that's impossible. Like it's something really, really profound and really, really surprising and really, really positive, and it makes you kind of realize about how life really works. You know, it gives you a new beginning that frees you up from negative emotions. And I feel like any discontent and boredom you've had over the last few months where you've been in this hermit mode and isolation, it's been perfect, because now you've really repaired your sacral and your solar plexus. They've just come out together. You've truly healed yourself internally through all of this. So the commitment's going to be so much stronger. The commitment you have to yourself, the commitment you have to breaking free of any low vibration. You do still have some fears I see coming up, but you've got to plan wisely to get away from them. Yeah, there's still a few obstacles and challenges that you are aware that is on the horizon, right? But if you do it with love in your heart, and you do it from a trusting place, and you just nurture who you really are and keep making choices to go in a new direction that fills your heart up with love and fulfillment and joy, then you're going to be fine. My suggestion here, right, is if you are like me, you're really hermetic, you go into hermit mode. I've had to learn that I can't go into hermit mode for 6 months solid. Yeah? I can't go into hermit mode for a whole quarter solid. Everything I'm building in my career now, and actually the way that the ecosystems are functioning and the way that we all need to move as humanity, we need to be able to dip in and out of hermit mode at a much lower rate. So I'm rehearsing, how do I get in and out of hermit mode within a month, still getting the same benefits I would get when I would sink into it for 6 months. Yeah? Sometimes I'll go to hermit mode for a whole year. You ain't seeing me again, right? I'm zoned out, I'm switching off, I'm studying, I'm analysing. But when I come back out, it's such a shock to the system again. Yeah? It's such a shock. Like, you've got to rebuild, recog, re-repair, rebuild everything again in your life. Make all these choices and decisions again, and learn what the new ecosystem looks like in the daylight. Because you're only used to the world, and the world. You're used to being in darkness, let's say. So you're coming back out to the sun, to the bright lights of the world again, and you're like, shit, I'm out of touch. So you're best off being on a rolling contract and just dipping in and out of the cycle, because that's going to keep things more manageable. You dip in, you dip out. You dip in, you dip out. And that way you've got a better perspective of the whole, and you don't have to drop the ball entirely. And you can still be part of the game, just sit on the bench, you know? Instead of leaving the whole courtyard and leaving the whole grounds and coming back to the game you go to the game once a year. Instead of going to the game once a year, start sitting on the bench. Take one bat and then go to the bench and then batter up again a little while later. Keep popping in, you know what I mean? You're better off. I know it's weird analogies, guys, but I'm giving you what I've got. Just find a way to bounce back a little quicker. And that's coming from me, the hermetologist who likes to be in hermit mode more time. But I've really learned over the last year and a half, I've got to stay present. I've got to be 100 times more present than I've ever been in my life. And it is painstakingly difficult for me, because I want to run away. I want to hide. It's easier. But I'm choosing to come out and put content out on here every day, multiple times a day at that. Not only this platform, I've got 2 other channels you need to check out. Then I've got accompanying Twitter accounts that also go with these platforms. Then I'm running a whole corporation behind the scenes that you can't see. And there's several other stuff that I haven't even got the words to speak about with you right now. You know? So whatever it is that you're doing, and the whole capacity of your work, your workload, your lifestyle, your family and friends, your abundance, your riches, start negotiating with yourself about how they can best improve you and your health, really. Yeah? How can you create the perfect homecoming for you that isn't always you coming home in a massive grandiose way? Yeah? Be more present, guys. Frequently be more present now that you've dealt with whatever this is, right? And obviously, if it is actual people, because I said whatever these heavy vibrations are that you've turned your back on, just because you're coming out of hibernation does not mean that you should just start looking at them again. If you've turned your back on someone, something for a reason, stick to it. Stick to your guns. And actually be honest about it. Make strong, decisive decisions about why you do what you do. Because it sucks to say, I'm not talking to you anymore, I'm pulling away, or I can't engage with that energy, I can't engage with this, I can't engage with that. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes you're aligned to people and sometimes you're not. Sometimes people rub you up the right way, sometimes people rub you up the wrong way. That's life. It is life. It sucks, it's sucky, but you have to accept it. You have to accept that not everyone's for you, and vice versa. And that's the only way you can move forward in life, with integrity and inner knowing, and just own your truth no matter what. And as long as you're listening to your true heart's desire, you can never really go wrong, you know? Love and light, collective.